Breaking news now. What's going on right here in the press room and with MSNBC News Live. And I am Big Baby doing it live right here. We coming at you with the session that has been going on with the update, and the update is at hand. And we have here with uh, Trump has the help. Well, not so much Trump. I take it off on that and understand that, quote unquote, that was my opinion, and it's been X from the conversation. This is the part where as though it's coming in where President Biden has opened the way for refugees to retain the 3 years to get into a settled resident, a job, and many things that can help them to be as settled in for their lives to get better being here amongst the U.S. And what we have here is NBC News President Biden in the Roosevelt Room and on the Opinion Talk Show in the press room right now live. I have the up-to-date session where as though the increase the economy pressure on Russia, and what it is that President Biden has allowed Vice President Kamala Harris to, and the monies that's been given, it's totaled up to about 107 million in $1 million in 2 weeks that has been allocated to Ukrainians and for the help of their war and arms and food and clothing, what have you, that they may need. And it's just that it's been a blessing. We hope and pray to God that this help bless the Ukrainians and their troops. Understand me here that this situation is my opinion right now, at coming from Big Baby in the press room, is that during the times of this senseless war, and now that Putin has called on the East to give him a hand, and quote unquote, he's actually asking that they volunteer. So, with that being said, a volunteer for war to come volunteer to die or to kill someone, that is something that has been thought of and planned, and I mean planned years ahead of time. And quote unquote, now this is where my opinion brings in former President Trump to show the connection through these three presidents, which is Kim Jong Un and President Putin and President Trump, because he, that's his buddies, his partners. He claimed he can go to them. He can, only president can go walk and talk with them. And I mean, it's because at this time and at the time of finding out that with this lady being placed in as a spy, quote unquote, name hasn't come out on her, but they have pictures of her. So they claiming that she can't be found, but at the same time, she was in Trump company. And as I say, it goes like this here to me, from my opinion, right here on Opinion Talk Show in the press room with MSNBC News Live. And here I am. I give my opinion on it, Big Baby Live. And my opinion is just like anyone else, but I mean, mine is give it to you on point. This is why we're able to go nationwide and have over 1 million views. But at the same time, it's like this here. It goes to the point where, with that being said, that President Putin is calling on someone from the East to come and be of help for him with a senseless war that he's the aggressor to. That if you're calling on some help, meaning that you actually losing because you need help, but at the same time you may be intimidated by the U.S. giving our ally which is the Ukrainians, to help support them in this senseless war that you started, that you claiming they had some type of quote unquote bomb with chemicals in it. And that's not that. That's just a, if you might have, they may have a, a facility named something of such, but not the actually chemicals in the building. But here we are. It possibly could be some type of chemical because there's scientists working, but you're going too far fetched with it because you don't know what it is. So you want to damage and take control of them because you have fear that they're gonna gain something more powerful than you. When it's a bigger picture that actually is coming between the three presidents that I mentioned. Well, as though, for one, President Putin had to have planned with President Trump and President Kim Jong Un, for this situation is being supported by the two, where they had the third in the middle, which is the hip connected between the three. But the hip connected didn't succeed in his re-election because he was the one that's going to allow the things to take place, can't seeing that they want to actually take over the bigger place. See, because he too busy trying to walk over and downgrade the poor, lighter country, the poor uh, uh, finance country, the poor country. They trying to take over for the enemy thoughts in their minds about Ukraine and President Zelensky. Well, at the same time, you have one who actually want to revenge for his forefathers that lost a war in World War II. And here we are with Trump. He want to be something more powerful where he want to support of one that quote unquote has his same skin color. That's my opinion. This is my opinion right here on Opinion Talk Show Live. And the thing about it is he's not supporting this guy because he may have looked at his background as being a comedian. He figured he's a joke, but he's not. This man is actually fighting for the country that the people live in there he care for. You understand? And with Hong Kong Jong Un is the thing about Rocket Man. He gonna take over. He gonna take over Russia and U.S. That's how he is. He gonna take over the whole situation and Ukraine if we allow this situation to bring in the East without having some type of defense set up for this quote unquote what you call doing it as a free labor. You guarantee to either die or kill someone. So you're gonna come and do a favor for no pay. Because if you're allowing that to happen, Kim Jong is gonna allow his people in to take over Russia people. And if if Trump wasn't been in office, he already was agreeing to let it go through. So he was gonna take over the US people. Understand me now? It's my opinion, and this is what I see. So what we have here is that this session with the Senator Rubin is a great thing that he's stepped up and discussing some things, because Putin is not no joke. He is set his mind on doing a whole lot of other tasks, but he first must conquer this one with Ukrainian. And if we sit by and stand by and let him walk through Ukrainians like that and then step into NATO without being prepared to take care of the NATO and what he done called on, he done gave us alert. We got the East coming. My boy coming. There you go with Trump. That's Trump taught him that. My boy coming. He coming out the East. They volunteering. Make it like quote unquote they don't have nothing to do with it. They just volunteer to help me. You understand me now? This had to been thought about, planned already. Because Kim come up out with his mouth about having a way to see U.S. and their allies while they plan to hit everybody from the backside. So he coming from the east on them. They sitting in the north. Understand me now? And we sitting in the south. But at the same time, we can be everywhere, anywhere, because we right there in NATO. We in right across the street from Russia. We right there. We can, but at the same time, it's a situation where we, Germany, and then Canada, we can, you understand. But at the same time, it's a situation with the East that's coming in play, and they want to do the rockets anyway. They want to shoot that. They done found out they can hit Chicago from where they are. So he can hit anywhere closer than that. It just, as long as he know he can go that far, he gonna tear up a good bit of the U.S. So this has been planned out, and it's so glad that our Congress, our senators, our delegates, our people that's actually focused on seeing the future can see it before it get there, because we focus on 10 years ahead, quote unquote, those who don't know, but that's how the life of US generates. They look at 10 years ahead of time and have it out, and you have blueprints on everything before the time get there. So it is what it is. They see, and quote unquote, they don't want to alarm no one, don't want to alert no one, don't want to put no fringes going on. But at the same time, our people do know that it's in a session of a World War III, which President Biden, quote unquote, had to say that if he got to send trains, he got to send planes, he got to send all this here. This is World War III. You got it. And so he letting you know he don't want to scare no one, but he had to let you know that it's going down slow but sure. But we have to make sure we have all our T's crossed, I's dotted, and ends up and down, all in the midst of this. We gotta get it. You understand? That's the one thing about it. Don't leave out the end. See, the end, you gotta get it. You gotta bring it to an end, because if you don't have the in and out, they're gonna get you. So you can cross the T, dot the I, but put that in there, you're gonna have all the alleys, the valleys, the whoop, the boop. Get it. The thing about it is you can't let them squeeze through there. You can't. You see a gap in for the east to get in, you gotta slant it down. You understand? You got one for the north, go back up, you can come back down on the north side, go back up and come back down on the south side. And they can't get through. We have to block it. We have to do it. Gotta do it. It's called organizing. You understand? A situation that they thinking they can conquer until they hit the field and see that it is not the way they think it's going to go down. But my thing is, I didn't mean to alarm or scare anyone, but that's breaking news coming from the opinion talk show on the situation. Understand? This is the opinion in the press room on the situation. Now, the situation room come on Sundays. Today is, and every day is, the press room with Big Baby live, and you get it told on what? On point. Because the thing is that if you leave out any thought that could possibly enlighten the eyes of the unbeknown, that could help you, and you ain't shed no light, well, you understand, you might be in the light. Understand? The only thing about it is this here is a way of going into the light and a way of being in the dark coming out to the light. So here we go. We gonna bring it out to the light, because we ain't going in the light. In the light is the deal is when you going in the light, you actually gone. You gone. If you coming into the light, you living, you coming, you here. You understand what I'm saying? And this is my opinion, quote unquote, Big Baby giving it to you on point, because the deal is those three were talking, but the one that's in the middle is the one that was going to get just like it. See, if he telling them, I really didn't want, I'm not doing Ukraine because I want to do Ukraine. No, I'm doing Ukraine on the spite of U.S. Well, now you got the one on the hip. What he doing? What now? I thought, yeah, he's slapping you in your face. So now you're going to tell the world that he thought he was going to do it in 48 hours. You understand? Now, how you would know he was going to do it in 48 hours? You had to talk to him about this situation. Quote unquote, my opinion. Big Baby live right here in the press room, giving it to you. We ain't cut no shaded tree. No, this is real deal going down in here. Right here, just like this. And you get it told on point. And it will be this way every day, whenever it comes on, breaking news. Because see, the breaking news comes through sometimes on a build up. And the build up is that the war is about to get started for shiggity, talking about World War III. So I'm giving you my scenario on how I knew and how I know it's going to really take place because of the two presidents that actually talked behind the one president who ain't there no more. You understand what I'm saying? Everything they say, everything he touched ain't there no more. Where he got one situation where he actually had to get out the way because he was going to cause the whole USA to be ain't there no more. So Biden had to get his spot. It had to go down that way for the better. So there's there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Other than that, he was gonna put us in the light. So here we are. It's going down like that, and pay close attention to your daily news because they have other things that may enlighten you. I'm just an opinion, and mine's everybody has one, but you might as well look at it right here on Opinion Talk Show live in the press room and get it from Big Baby on point. Until then, stay tuned.